So my husband is already officially sick of zucchini, but my garden is still producing. So I am going to try some new recipes today where I can hide the zucchini so maybe he won't know he's eating it. I want to start with these zucchini biscuits.
The cool thing about these biscuits is there's absolutely no butter or oil in them at all, and they have a bonus of extra protein. They're easy to make. All you do is start with some all-purpose flour in your bowl and then add in your seasonings. Add a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of baking powder. And then we're going to mix in our fresh herbs. I've got parsley, basil, and chives. If you don't have fresh herbs, you can use dried herbs here, but it will affect the flavor just a bit. Now we're going to add in our shredded zucchini. I've lightly salted this first and then wrapped it in a towel so that it would release a lot of its liquid.
It's very important to get the extra liquid out because that extra liquid will totally ruin your biscuits.
Now that all the zucchini is mixed in, we are going to add in a cup of non-dairy yogurt. This is where the extra protein comes in, and it replaces all of the oil and the butter. Go ahead and mix this together, and you're going to need to get in there with your hands, but you do not want to overmix biscuit dough or it'll get tough. I first started making these yogurt biscuits when I saw the recipe for protein biscuits on the Conscious Planet Kitchen, and they came out really well, and I saw this zucchini biscuit. I wanted to give it a try. I've adjusted her recipe just a bit, but you really should check out her recipe. She has some really fantastic recipes there on her site. So once you get this kind of mixed together, you want to press it together into a rectangle or into a circle, and once it comes together, you can cut it into the size biscuits that you want. You can use a round biscuit. I'm going to just make a square biscuit today. It's super easy, and you don't have those little extra pieces when you do it like you do when you do a round biscuit. I like to give a little spray of olive oil on top of my biscuits to make a nice brown color before I put them in the oven.
Our biscuits are in the oven, and while those are baking, I want to go ahead and make our pot pie style soup to eat with them. Later, I want to show you a creamy zucchini pasta recipe where you use the zucchini to replace the cream. I just want to see if that actually works. And then I'm making a dump and bake chicken and rice recipe with zucchini in it that my family really liked. So stay by till the end to catch all those recipes.
For the soup, we're going to start with our onions and our shredded zucchini. You do not actually have to shred the zucchini because it's going to go into the blender, but I did have some shredded left over from my biscuits, and we're going to cook those down until they are soft. That'll just take a few minutes, and once those are soft, they're going to go right into the blender with just enough water to blend. Now, in hindsight, I probably would have used an immersion blender for this. It would have worked fine, and it would have been a lot easier. But I used a blender. I add that all back into my pan, and this makes a nice, flavorful soup base. And I'm going to add in a little bit of this Better Than Bouillon vegetable broth paste and some minced garlic. And then I'm going to add in my other vegetables to make it a nice chunky soup. I'm going to do carrots and celery and some potatoes. I did use my handy chopper for all of these. It makes chopping so much easier, and then they cook more evenly in the soup.
While the veggies are cooking, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss any great recipes, it really helps me out a lot, and I would appreciate it.
When the potatoes are soft, I like to add in some peas, and then our soup is ready. My daughter really loved this one. She has always loved pot pie, and it has all of those good flavors, but this one's so much easier.
I think I'm going to freeze some of this extra zucchini so I can make this pot pie soup all winter long.
Our biscuits are out of the oven, and they look fantastic.
Let's try the biscuit. That is so good. It's hard to believe there's no butter in this. It's a super healthy way to make a biscuit. And it's got extra protein from the yogurt. Definitely making these again. My husband's favorite was a chicken and rice casserole, but before I do that, I want to see if this creamy pasta sauce actually works out.
For the pasta sauce, we want to roast our vegetables. So I'm going to put my zucchini and my onions onto a cookie sheet with parchment lining. I like to line mine with parchment paper because I do not like to scrub pans. I'll add a little bit of oil and they'll go into a 450-degree oven until we get some nice color.
Our goal is to get some nice color on these veggies because that's what is going to give them lots of good flavor.
And while the veggies roast, I'm going to boil some pasta. Okay, everything's cooked. Let's put this sauce together in a hurry. Again, because we're hiding the zucchinis, we are going to throw everything into the blender, starting with some pasta water, some better than bouillon, no chicken broth paste. Now this stuff is really great if you haven't tried it. You can find it in the soup aisle at your local grocery store.
Make sure when you're buying the better than bouillon that you look for the no chicken flavor because they do make a real chicken flavor too.
I like to add in some vegan Parmesan cheese along with some lemon juice. Now let's drop in our veggies. Using the parchment paper to transfer the veggies usually works really well, but I made a mess of it this time. Now we just want to give that a quick blend until it's nice and smooth. And this is supposed to make a nice creamy sauce without any cream. The last thing I'm going to do is throw in a handful of basil. And I'm going to blend that one more quick blend just so the basil gets chopped. This looks really good. It's a good way to hide your veggies. I mean, what kid does not like a bowl full of noodles? But I do think I maybe put too much basil in this recipe. If we put it at half, I think it may have come out a little bit better.
Now I'm finally going to make the chicken and rice dump and bake dinner, and it turned out fantastic. I did not use any chicken in it at all. I was using these Morningstar Farms chicken strips, but you can also use any kind of chicken substitute that you like. Soy curls would work here as well, and you can even use tofu if you have that on hand. But I do think I'm going to make a lot more of these kind of recipes in the future because they're so easy.
Start by adding your no chicken broth to your baking dish along with some almond milk and just 1 tablespoon of oil and some Italian seasoning, some onion and garlic powder, and we want to stir that together, and then I'm adding in some minute brown rice.
I like to use the minute brown rice when I am making a dump and bake dinner. It is a whole grain. It's just been par-baked, and I can cook it faster than I could if I were making a regular brown rice. It takes a lot longer. If you could use white rice here if you want to, but I do like using a whole grain whenever I can.
Now I'm going to add in my Morningstar Farms chicken strips to give the whole chicken and rice feel. So a little restaurant trick I learned: when you are baking rice, cover your pan with some plastic wrap first and then the aluminum foil. It keeps the moisture better and it cooks your rice better.
I know this sounds completely crazy, but the plastic wrap will not melt when it's completely covered with foil, and it does make a tighter seal when you are using this to bake rice in the oven. I totally forgot to put the zucchini in the rice casserole. So let's go ahead and take off the foil and the plastic wrap and put in our zucchini, and we're going to stir that together real quickly, and then we're going to cover it back up with the plastic and back up with the foil. We're going to go back into the oven for about an hour. It comes out of the oven looking just like this. I served it with some peas and a salad, and my husband was more than happy to eat his zucchini. I want to come back to those biscuits real quickly. A trick I learned is they came out super good right out of the oven, but after a day or so, they weren't quite as crispy and fresh. And I learned that if I put those right into the air fryer or to the oven or toaster oven for a few minutes, they came out almost as good as they were fresh out of the oven. So if you've got some leftovers, just warm those biscuits up and they will come out fantastic. I hope you have learned some great new ways to use up that zucchini coming from your garden this year. And if you are new to eating plant-based and you want some great recipes and some good tips on how to eat more plants and get a little bit healthier, then subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, and I will see you next week.